Hello everybody. I've made these beautiful chains. I know I said I was going to wait till I got my eye test, but I couldn't resist. This one is absolutely gorgeous. It's my favourite, and that's what it looks like with 11 OC beads. Same exact stitch, but with different beads. Zoom in a little bit and show you. That's the one with the 15 O's. It's really quite pretty. I like that. And that's the one with the 11s. Very cool effect. So I'm going to show you how to start one off and how to finish one off. So this one is really hard to do on camera, as I'm sure you'd appreciate, especially with those kind of translucent beads. So I'm going to put that one out the way. And then this one I'll show you how to finish it. You can do it with one of these little pens. It's like a little, looks like a bell. But I don't really want to say bell end. Doesn't sound so good. So I'll show you how to do that. Or you could just do it with beads and attach your lobster directly to it. I'll show you two methods of how to attach, and I'll show you how to start it off. So I've got a size 10 needle here. I'm going to pick up one, two, three, four of the inner colour, and 1, 2, 3 of the outer colour, like so. I'm going to pull them all down, like so, and then go back up your 4 inner beads, whichever colour you've chosen. I've chosen a sort of turquoisey colour there. And these lovely shiny orange beads. So I'm going to turn it over like that. I'm going to pick up 1 inner colour and 3 outer colours. And that's what you're going to do every time, and just repeat. Repetitive. So I'm going to slide those down to meet up with the others, like so. And I'm going to go up 3 of the previous inner colour, which is my blue, plus the new one I added, like so, and pull. And do the same again, pick up 1 inner, 3 outer colours, slide them down, and then go up 3 of the previous, plus the new one we just added, like so, and pull. See how they start to sit, like that. Again, pick up your 1 inner and 3 outer, slide those down, and go back through 3 from the previous row of your inner colour, and 1 you just added. Go through them again, and give it a little pull. You can see it's starting to encase that one, and again inner, three outer, back up through three from the previous row, plus the one you've just added. A bit fiddly to get going, but once you get going, they will just fall into place. You can see that first twist starting to happen. So just keep going like that. One inner, 1, 2, 3 outer. Oop. Up through 3 previous, plus the new one. Like so. And pull. You can see that twist starting to happen. So again, one of your inner colour, 3 of your outer colour. Just going all the way down. So I'm going to go through 3 of the previous, plus 1, like so. And pull, and it will just all start to fall into place. Look, you might have to pull this end tight, it might get a bit loose, but if it does, just give it a good tug and it will pull in tight. You can see how that's starting to spiral. Do a couple more, just so you can see how it grows. It grows quite quickly and it's quite easy. Different matter when it comes to the 15Os though. I think it's a lot harder, a lot fiddlier. And depending on the colours you choose, I've chosen very bright, obvious colours, you know, really contrasting, so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. But like so, and pull, and again, 2, 3, adding those every time. It's just repetitive. 1 inner, 3 outer of your colours, and simply keep going all the way and just measure wherever you're going to have it. I think these would make a lovely bracelet. Nice summery. Now you can see how it's starting to happen, just like that. Obviously with the 15Os it is a lot harder to see, and the colours I've chosen are not very contrasting, so I mean it is exactly the same process, but it's a lot more fiddly, harder to see your beads, harder to count the beads, and then just slide them down exactly the same as you would if you were using the 11Os. And you've got 1, 1, 2, 3, and depending on the light I do have to cheat and use my little magnifying lamp. So I think that's gone up through it. 1, 2 and 3. See how fiddly that is, especially on camera. Yeah, 15Os are hard. I can't get it through all 3, so I'm going to go through. Oh, I've got it through too many. Look, see, there's already 3. Needs to go in the one before that. See, that's just impossible to see almost. 1, 2, 3, and the one I added. not that one. It's very fiddly, so when you do the 15s, so that's gone through 4, I think. Yeah, the 3 previous and the one I added, and the same, just pull it and it just pops into place. Really is pretty. So that's how you start it. Just go back and watch again if you didn't quite get it the first time. So that's how you begin, and how we finish them off. This one's not finished, but for the purposes of the video, I'm just going to leave it at this length and show you how to end this one. So I'm going to put a needle on. Let's just pinch this one. Right, we're back. So what I did was I threaded my needle, and I've just gone up and down through my beads a few times. I'm making sure that I crisscross across the top here. So I've got lots of thread here in the top to get my wire hooked through across here. So I'm going to go down through this 1 or 2. Up through another 2. Like so. Back down in the top, making sure there's lots of thread going through these beads. Once you've done that a few times, just so you've got a fair bit here, like so, and you want to knot off your thread, tie a knot. It really doesn't matter where, because this bit's all going to be hidden inside your little bell thing. So do a couple of knots if you can. For the purposes of not being too much of a long video, I'm going to cut one off here, like so. And I've using, instead of the one I showed you, it really was a bit too shallow, so it didn't work. So I'm going to do it with this one. Tibetan silver. So what we're going to do is take an eye pin, which I didn't have, so I've made my own, just with a little piece of silver plated wire. So I'm going to open it up. Like so. Just open up your loop. You can buy eye pins, or you can make your own with a piece of wire like I did. And we're gonna hook it through those top threads where we've thickened it up here. So I'm gonna get that piece of wire and dig it in through all those threads. So I have to cheat and use my magnifier if I can't see what I'm doing. But you want it to go through lots of layers of thread, not just one. And just pick that apart. Just get as many layers of thread as you can and poke that up through, and then bend it back into shape. Don't know how many layers I've gone through, but you do want to get through as many as you can. Put that back. So it doesn't matter what this end looks like, because it's going to go through your thingy, your bell, and poke that in and give it a good hard tug like that, and that's how it's going to sit. And then I'm going to snip this. I don't have my wire cutters, but I think these pliers should do it, like so. And I like to use these split rings, so I need to find one of the tiny ones. I thought it was ready. Hang on, I'll use a tiny split ring. If you're using a jump ring, you can put your jump ring on afterwards. If you're using a split ring, you need to put that on now, which I'm going to do. Pop that down like so. You need to keep that nice and tight. And then take your round nose pliers and make a loop. And let's just hope I get it the right size the first time. Otherwise, it's going to mess it up. I'm almost in. There we go. Oh, I haven't included my damn loop. Damn it. I've left my loop out, look. Put that in. There we go. Like so. And then you would do exactly the same with the other end. And go ahead and take you would cut your thread off, obviously. And if you really want to be safe and sound, you can cut that thread off before you put this end on, and put a little bit of glue. Cut the end off before you do it, and put some glue around this end, so it will glue your thread in, it will glue these beads, and it will also glue it to your, I don't know what else to call it except a bell, little bell that you put on the end. So yes, that's how you do that kind of ending. I'll show you how to do this one later, because I'm going to use these little things, wire protectors, and I'm going to use the gold beads around the edge of it, same as I did for the tutorial for the other chain. So I've shown you how to do that in the tutorial for, hang on, this one. The tutorial for this chain, I showed you how to do this ending. I'm going to do that in the same way as we did the other one, and we'll use the two top beads for it to sit across. And I would probably do the same as that on this one. If I was going to use a wire protector, I would pull those down and make sure it comes through the two, sits on the two top beads here, or maybe add a couple and add it in. So, or you can just directly add this on by just adding a couple of beads, threading that on. I can show you how to do that as well. But that's how we do the bell ending. I won't say bell end because it sounds a bit, yeah, and it really does look quite pretty, especially for a necklace or even for a bracelet. So that would be your, you'd put your lobster clasp on the other end and do it up. That would look really pretty, wouldn't it, as a bracelet, or even an ankle bracelet for the summer. Yeah, so that's one way to end your twisty rope. That's really all there is to it. So I've brought mine out into the sunshine, and then I'm going to sit and bead in the garden. Doesn't that look beautiful when it glistens in the sunlight? So yeah, that's really all there is to it. Might do a separate video on how to end your piece of work at some point, but for now, yeah, that should do. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, everyone. I'm going to sit here and finish my beading under the lilac tree in the sunshine, and I'll see you guys very soon. You can go look at that sparkling in the sun. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Happy beading. Hope you're inspired to go away and make something beautiful of your own. Bye. There he is, basking in the sunshine. Oh, what was that? It's very shiny. Had a bath, didn't you? Hey, Pose? You're looking all shiny. You're a good boy. Basking in the sun, having a relax.